Calusa versus Esplanade in Lakewood Ranch, two golf course communities where you can build brand new homes and enjoy that amazing golf course lifestyle, although you don't necessarily have to be a golfer and have a golf membership to live in either of these communities, and they both offer fantastic amenities. So which one is the better fit for you? Which one has lower prices or better value in terms of fees? How do the amenities compare? Let's dive on into it. So first of all, where are we in terms of location? Now, these communities are like 5 minutes apart. They are not far apart whatsoever. Although we are kind of on the east side of Lakewood Ranch, and you can see where Calusa is coming here on Bourneside Boulevard. And although you cannot drive in there right now, very, very soon you will be able to, and it's going to be just south of Rangeland Parkway and the new Del Webb 55 plus community that's coming. So there's a lot of construction down there now on Bourneside Boulevard, and you cannot drive all the way down there right now. They keep cutting off sections of it. So yes, that is where a lot of the development is right now, coming to Lakewood Ranch. And then Esplanade is just a little bit further west, and both of these are between State Road 64 and State Road 70. But Esplanade is in between Lorraine Road and Uline Road, right where I live. And yes, that kind of section is more established and developed right now. There isn't as much kind of construction going on. But yes, as you can see, they are only, I would say, 3 to 4 minute drive apart, if that. So let's start with Calusa and go over the pros and cons, and really just to give you a background of what they are all about and what the community is going to offer. They're going to have 1,900 homes in total, which is a lot, and that is 9 years of development there, which is just crazy to me. I'll be 50 by the time they've finished with that community, and it's hard to fathom. But yes, apparently that's how long it took for them to build Lakewood National. I think it was closer to 8 years of Lakewood National, but wow, that's a long, long time. But yes, so yes, you've got 9 years there of 1,900 homes, and they're going to have 20 floor plans. One of the pros definitely here is that you're going to have a lot more homes to choose from at Calusa. With 20 different floor plans, you've got 2 different types of condos. You don't have any condos at Esplanade, and you've got coach homes as well. They call them verandas, but they're kind of like townhomes, but there's usually like 4 of them in a row, and they're just beautiful, really nice 2-car garages. They're kind of elevated, and they'll offer a balcony which will overlook the golf course as well. I'll be very surprised if they aren't appealing to people. They're going to be in that 500,000 to 600,000 range. And yes, as we continue with Calusa, they are on the single family homes are going to be on 135 feet wide, and the width of them is going to range from 50 feet to 70 feet, which is not a bad size whatsoever. In fact, I believe that is wider than what Esplanade offer. So yes, 1,900 homes, 20 floor plans. And the other thing I haven't mentioned, which is a really big feature and a massive pro over Esplanade, is they're going to have an 18-hole golf course plus an additional 12 holes as well. And those additional 12 holes are coming at the end of 2025 or the start of 2026. But the initial 18 are going to be ready in the next 30 days, which I'm very much looking forward to playing there, because apparently they are giving out guest passes and they want people to come and play there. So I'll definitely be going there and checking it out and comparing it to here in Esplanade. As I continue the pros of Calusa over Esplanade, I definitely know that the sales prices are going to be less here. From what I can see, the highest priced home, which is going to be on a beautiful lot here in Calusa, is going to be around 1.1 to 1.2 million. Whereas in Esplanade, if you wanted to build like a Palazzo here, you could easily be in the 1.7, 1.8 million range, easily. Some of the lot premiums in Esplanade, where I am right now, with a golf course view similar to what I have behind me, they are selling in the 500,000 to 600,000 range. You will not have anything like that at Calusa. So, that is definitely an advantage. Although with Calusa, as we know with Lennar Homes, everything is predetermined, everything. So you won't be able to customize a home. If you are interested in a specific home, a specific floor plan, they will tell you what ones are available, on what lot, on what with what structural options have been chosen, with what colour cabinets, what colour tile, flooring, all of that has been predetermined. You get a lot less to choose from, but the value is there because you know, the prices are a lot lower than what they will be in Esplanade. So if you're not super picky and you are more budget conscious, I feel like Calusa will be the better option for you. So keep in mind, you know, as I was just saying, you know, you've got less to choose from, but the prices will be a lot less. Now, in my opinion, as I'm kind of going from the pros to the cons, I do feel like the location at Calusa is a bit inferior to where I am at Esplanade right here. Keep in mind that on State Road 64, you do have the Freedom Factory there. There's a huge racetrack, and people do say that they can hear it. From time to time, I can hear it at my house, and on Saturdays, on the weekends, you will definitely hear the fireworks and things like that. So you have pets, you know, it's not going to be great. It is also a bit further east, and that area just isn't as developed right now. Also, from what I can see, and I will go over the fees at the very end over both communities, the fees at Calusa look a little bit higher to me. Obviously, I cannot compare their condos to any condos here in Esplanade because there aren't any, but the single family homes look to be slightly higher than what they are in Esplanade. So if you're really concerned about the fees, typically the newer the community, the higher the fees, so especially if they're amenity rich. But as I talk about the amenities, they are going to have here, they're going to have a clubhouse, a pool, a fitness centre, tennis and pickleball courts. It's going to be maintenance free and gated, and it is going to have natural gas for the single family homes and those coach homes that I was talking about. It will not have natural gas for the condos. So all in all, I think you're going to be very impressed with the amenities here at Esplanade or over at Calusa. But of course, Calusas might not be ready for another year or two. They do take a long time to build. All of them here at Esplanade are ready to go. They've just opened the new culinary centre, which looks incredible. Unfortunately, it's not open to the public, but it does look outstanding. I've been in the other one in Esplanade in Lakewood as well, and it really is just incredible. I feel like Calusas will be on par with all of that, but it's going to take a while, and obviously we cannot see it, so we're only going by virtual photos and videos for the time being. So really, that breaks down Calusa. Like I said, I will go over the fees at the end just to compare those. But yeah, they are the pros and cons and the real breakdown of Calusa. And now let's look at Esplanade. Esplanade. So Esplanade has 1,488 homes in comparison to the 1,900, so slightly smaller. For that many homes, I don't think it really makes too much difference, guys, especially because a lot of those additional homes at Calusa are going to be condos. But yes, Esplanade is just single family homes and villas only. They are going to have some really quirky cottages that they're building soon. There's only going to be about 14 of them, and they're going to be less than 1,000 square feet. I'm interested to see those, but I've never seen them before, and they will be available soon. So they look really interesting. But yes, the breakdown of Esplanade is 1,488 homes, and they have sold 1,100 already. So we are kind of further along. We really are further along here. And like I said, all the amenities are built and ready to go. Golf course is fantastic. So you definitely get a better finished product here and understanding of what Esplanade is about. And the breakdown here is about 55 to 60% golf course, golf memberships as well. Now, the thing here is that the very best lots are definitely for the golf memberships. What they tend to do, and if you look at this map here, you'll see that all of the golf lots are in the middle, and they're kind of like, they're beautiful views. They've got some stunning lots here, but you have to have the golf membership as well. They definitely prioritize the golfers here, and the non-golf lots on the perimeter of the community. They are either on a pond, which is kind of facing another home, and it's not a huge pond, or you're backing up to a privacy wall or a road. So although at Calusa, it looks like the majority of the non-golf memberships are going to come towards the end of the community, here they give you an option to not have a golf membership, but in my opinion, the lots aren't fantastic. I feel like they should shake that up a little bit more, but they're obviously not going to at this point. But they have sold 1,100 homes so far, so they've only got about a year or two left of construction here. And that may be something that really appeals to you, because obviously you're not going to have so much construction going on, because 9 years is a very long time. As I keep going, there's only 18 holes here. I say only, I mean, I don't know how many you want, but yeah, 18 holes is the standard for a golf course. There isn't those additional 12, and the lots here are 150 deep, so they are deeper than the ones at Calusa, but they are only 52 to 62 feet wide, so not as wide, but they are deeper. So in theory, you know, together they're very similar in size, and again, the amenities, they've got a clubhouse, pool, fitness centre, tennis and pickleball courts. They've got, you know, fantastic amenities here which you can come and see, and again, it's maintenance free and gated, and every home will be natural gas. So I'm hoping I can go there for a meal soon, but it has like an outdoor bar and stuff as well. Very, very impressive. So I've gone over the, you know, the pros of Esplanade and a couple of cons. In my opinion, the downside here is that there's only really 2 floor plans that are so popular here. It is a little bit cookie cutter in Esplanade. The Lazio and the Palazzo are definitely the 2 most popular floor plans here. They do offer 10 in total, but the other 8, other than the Ibis Villa, I would say there's only 3 here in total, including the villas that are popular. The others, you just don't see many of them. You do see the Farnese from time to time, but they did have some estate homes here, like some real executive estate homes in the Beacon and the Lincoln, and they stopped building those as apparently they just weren't making enough profit on them. People loved those homes, and honestly, if they had 1,400 of those, 1,488 of those only, they would have all sold. I promise you, they are so popular. Even though they go into like the 2 to 3 million range, they were super popular homes. So yes, the downside here really is that you really just get a Palazzo or Lazio, and if you drive through here, a lot of the homes do look very similar, but it's more established. And in my opinion, especially because I'm a little bit biased and I live next door, this section of Lakewood is definitely more established, and it's just closer to stores and, you know, closer to the schools. It's got a library around the corner. They've got the new complex coming next to Premier Sports Campus. So it's just a little bit more together here, and there's going to be less, there's going to be less construction going on here for the foreseeable future. So that really breaks down the 2 communities. Lastly, these are very investment friendly. So, you know, you can rent your homes out here for 30 days minimum, and at this time of year they are very popular for investors. Now you could easily rent out a single family home here with a golf membership, if you had a pool as well, for like $9,000 or $10,000 for this time of year. That is absolutely doable. You know, the condos, they tend to go from around kind of 5,000 to 6,000 at this time of year, but when it's off season and off peak, they'll go back down to being around 3,000 for the condos, and the single family homes will probably be around 5,000 to 6,000 with the golf membership. So yeah, it really just depends if you're into that Airbnb investing, or if you're a snowbird and you want to kind of rent the home out. There's definitely great options for that as well at both Calusa and here in Esplanade. So that just leaves me with the fees really, and I'll start with the condos because obviously there's no comparison to make with those in Esplanade, but the condo fees here in Calusa, but they're going to range from $3,155 to $3,500 for the single family homes. The coach homes are $2,200 and the condos are $1,950. And for the HOA fees, single family homes are going to range from $695 to $710 depending on the size of the home, and then the coach homes are $859.17 a month. Again, all of this is including golf at Calusa. That is pretty high for the coach homes. I have to say that is pretty high, and even the condos is getting up there. That is going to be $747 to $786, and there is also a $62.50 minimum use for the food and beverage options there. So you do have to spend that or you will lose it. I mean, that's not much really. I mean, that's really going there once or twice a month. And Esplanade has something similar, but it's per year. So as we go on to Esplanade, their CDD fees range from $1,600 to $3,200 for single family homes, and they're $1,636 for the villas. I think that's lower. That's definitely lower CDD fees here in Esplanade compared to Calusa in general, I would say. The HOA fees for non-golf is around $465 for the homes here in Esplanade, and the golf ones range from around $623 to around $800 depending on the size of the home. So yeah, they're not too dissimilar, but yes, you've got to get your use. If you're a golfer, you've really got to get your use out of these amenities, and of course it includes everything else that you need. The minimum food and beverage here in Esplanade is $1,000, so you have to use that a year. So that is higher than the $62.50 per month at Calusa, and actually that's just raised from Esplanade, because I remember that being $500 before. So that is the difference. Which one is the better option for you? Just lastly, I do just want to touch on Taylor Morrison versus Lennar. In theory, you would think that Taylor Morrison built a better home than Lennar, but I'm not sure that's always the case, to be honest. I have had just as many good and bad experiences with both. I've been let down by Taylor Morrison so many times with their customer service, with their quality of construction, with their attention to detail. Now, Lennar Homes are a volume builder, and I would say that, like I said, in theory, Taylor Morrison should be building a better home. Taylor Morrison are definitely going to have better selling features to their homes. They're probably going to have more things that are desirable, and at least some options for you to remove or to add, whereas there's definitely going to be things with Lennar that you really wanted in a house that you're not going to get, but the sales price is so much less that I'm sure that you'll be able to figure it out or do something after closing. But yeah, going back to the quality of construction, all I'm saying is I wouldn't expect a much better quality home in Taylor Morrison than Lennar. I just don't see it so much these days. I'm a Taylor Morrison homeowner. I own a Lennar townhouse as well. I've personally built with them before. I've helped many buyers build with both, and honestly guys, you could have a much better experience with Lennar over Taylor Morrison. It really does just depend on your construction manager and how things are at the time, because I've gone through a lot of construction managers with people here at Esplanade, and I've done the same with Lennar as well. So unfortunately I cannot give you any guarantees for either. I will give you all of my experiences. If you reach out, I'll be more than happy to help you. But yeah, if you're in the market for a home, let's see what we can do. Let's really dive on in and compare the options and see what we can negotiate for you. It really shouldn't cost you anything to work with a realtor. These builders are still more than happy to work with us realtors if we bring them a buyer. So yeah, lean on our expertise. We're more than happy to help. Anyway, thank you so much. That was this video, Calusa versus Esplanade here in Lakewood Ranch. It's going to be really interesting to see how sales go coming into 2025. And yeah, we're excited for the year ahead. Take care.